everybody, this is Matt Movies coming at you with my review of Dirty Work, the 1998 comedy classic that I think is pretty freaking entertaining. For those of you who don't know what this movie is about, basically it stars Norm Macdonald and Artie Lang in the secondary role, and they're a couple guys who grew up together and are good friends, and they love pranking one another and other people. And as the film progresses, they decide, well, Norm Macdonald decides that he's going to start a business where he's going to prank people for people. So essentially, if you have a feud with a friend, he'll come and prank them good so that they get their comeuppance or what have you, right? And as the film progresses, he finds out that maybe somebody hired him that isn't on the up and up. And this movie is all about, there's several sequences where you see his entertaining pranks, and there's lots of cameos and lots of jokes. This movie is not one that you're going to be watching for its emotional depth or its marvelous performances. It's more to just kind of watch and have fun. It's a great movie to have on in the background while you're doing something else, or if you have a bunch of friends over and you're having a couple of drinks and wanting to have a good time. It's a great movie to throw on to have lots of laughs together, but not one that you're going to be looking for like lots of emotional depth or anything like that. So like I said, it stars Norm Macdonald as the main character, and you know, he's far from the sterling actor type. You're not going to see him giving any great speeches or anything like that, and when he tries to be a little bit more serious, it comes off as even a little bit more funny because he just doesn't have the ability to really commit or create a character like that, which is actually kind of adds to the charm of the film to me, because again, you're not going to be looking for anything like that in a film like this, and his various pranks that you see throughout it are all pretty creative and entertaining, and at times very, very much over the top. And you have Artie Lang there as his kind of his partner in crime, and the two of them, they have a lot of chemistry together, and there's lots of funny moments with them, and then how you see their pranks playing out and their ideas are pretty funny, and the times where they have like a little bit of an argument that it's kind of hard to take but entertaining. I think the two of them as a pair have all the chemistry in the world, and they're a lot of fun on screen together, and like there's moments that are so memorable to me, that are so hilarious. Like there's a scene early on where Norm Macdonald convinces Artie Lang to moon a bunch of people as they're driving by as the ultimate prank, and then instead of keep driving, he puts the car in park and gets out, and so Artie Lang is forced to get out and explain, be like, no, we were it was his idea. Just a very, very funny and entertaining scene. And it's funny because, like I said, the two of them I think are really, really good together, but you have a female lead in this, played by the actress Taylor. I think there's an R at the beginning. I don't know if it's supposed to be silent or whatever. I've never heard her name spoken, but I've seen it a lot of times. But people might remember her from Two Guys That Grow at a Pizza Place, and she's his female lead and romantic interest, and there is zero chemistry between the two of them from my point of view. I mean, you do not buy into the idea that they're interested in each other in any way, shape, or form. I mean, maybe you could see him being all over her, and because she is definitely an attractive woman for sure, and he's just the type that doesn't have any game or whatever. But the whole idea that she has any interest in him is very hard to take, because there's just not any connection between the two of them. And she's good in her role. She's entertaining. She's a great. She's not even a great, but she's a good element in the film for him to be kind of focused on and all that. But yeah, there's just you do not buy into their relationship whatsoever like you do with his relationship with Artie Lang. And like I said, there are a number of supporting characters and cameos in this. You have a guy who plays Pops, who's basically Artie Lang's dad, and as the film progresses, you realize maybe not just Artie Lang's dad, it might be Norm Macdonald's dad as well. And he's just kind of crotchety character who is more than happy to beat people up, and especially Norm Macdonald, and he's not really actually hurting him or anything like that, but he definitely exerts his control over him in a kind of entertaining way that adds to the film. And then you have Timmy Chase, who shows up as his doctor, who's looking to get money out of Norm Macdonald and Artie Lang in order to fix him, and you find out he's got people after him because of his gambling habits, and he's very desperate, and he's the perfect person to play a character like that. And he's not in the movie very much, but he has a very big impact, and he's very memorable, as is Don Rickles, who shows up in it as well as this theater owner or theater runner who has a group of people. He takes his job very serious, and he does this kind of insult comedy stuff and just runs people down, including Norm Macdonald and Artie Lang, and his cameo is great. And then you see him kind of get his comeuppance after being so jerky to everybody. It's a great cameo, and you have Chris Farley, who plays a supporting role in this as well, as this guy who went over to another country and had the tip of his nose bitten off, and he is very angry about that fact, and he has kind of a fake nose implant there, and then when he finally sees the girl who he blames for doing it, and his vitriol from it. And there's another really memorable moment too with that there, where there's going to be a fight, and he's all excited that he's going to put on fighting music, and then the wrong song comes on. It's this kind of very girly tune, and the look of shock on his face is hysterical. And Rebecca Romaine shows up as a bearded lady, which is hilarious because obviously she's an actress who's very much known for her extremely good looks, and her she's not in it for very long at all, but again plays against type in a very entertaining way. And Adam Sandler has been in this movie for half a beat as a devil, and just the way in which he plays his role is pretty entertaining because he's not talking or anything like that, but the way in which he embodies it and has these weird looks on his face is just hilarious. I think this movie is just a heck of a lot of fun. It's not a movie that you're gonna be talking about for years or whatever, but when you watch it, you're gonna have a really entertaining time and a good laugh at it, and it's just a great movie in that regard. So those are my thoughts on Dirty Work. Let me know in the comment section below what you think. If you're a fan, if you hated it, if you don't like Norm Macdonald's kind of comedy, if you think Norm Macdonald's an underrated, hilarious dude like I do, just whatever. Other than that, please hit that like button, hit that share button. It makes it much more likely that other people come check this out and let me know what they think. And please, if you haven't done it yet, hit subscribe, hit that notification bell. That way you can find out when I put out a new video, and come and let me know what you think. Other than that, have yourself a good day.